Hello and welcome to this video demo of TerraLinguist.com, best when viewed with Mozilla Firefox. The first thing that you notice when you enter TerraLinguist.com is a page full of flags. The flags represent countries and the words represent the language. In this case, this is the German flag, and German to Germans is Deutsch. The right four columns are languages that don't use a Latin alphabet, like Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Hindi, and so forth. And the left four columns use Latin alphabets. You'll also notice that some of these are surrounded in red, the border is red. Those are languages that we are still looking for translators or editors for. The ones in yellow are in development, and the ones that are in green are actually available. If you actually spoke Mandarin Chinese, then you would click on the Mandarin Chinese, the PRC flag. Everything from this point on is in Chinese. It makes sense if you're in China, if you speak Chinese. In this case, we're going to enter as an American English speaker, and then we're going to choose a Thai lesson. This is the language that I want to learn. You can choose vocabulary lessons, and there are several categories to choose from. You can choose as many categories as you wish. And then click Start Learning, or you can choose Conversations. Conversations are themes. In the case of the simple greeting here, there are actually 44 different lessons under that theme. So even though it doesn't look like there's much there, there's actually quite a bit. So click on Start Learning, and you'll notice that there's a few options here. You can choose the playback speed. If you're learning, you're just starting to learn Thai, it may sound too fast. Just to give you a sample. If that's too fast, you can choose the slower speed. There's actually 3 slower speeds, and you can slow it down all the way. If you do change the speech speed, then you need to either hit stop or restart and play again in order to restart the lesson. There's also faster speeds. So if you are comfortable with that and you want to actually get used to hearing people speak that language faster, there's 3 faster speeds also. So we'll go ahead and put it back in the normal position. There's also background noise type. It starts out very soft, gets a little bit noisier, a little bit noisier, a little bit noisier, a little bit noisier, until and then you also have the volume that you have to control. The purpose of the background noise is to get you used to environments where you may hear the language. And you can control the volume of the background noise independently. You can also choose to listen to only one language of the dialogue or both languages. So we'll go ahead and start the lesson. You hear the language that you're trying to learn first, and then you hear the translation for that. If you wish to just listen to one part of it, then click on this button. and it cycles between the language you know, the language you want to learn, or both. You can also choose to hide the text or not. This keeps you from just using the, it makes you just listen to it rather than look and listen. If you want to learn how to pronounce specific things from this lesson, you can click on that from the playlist. And that way you can just reinforce one specific thing. You can also look for things within the database. Is there any words, phrases, or sentences that have what you're looking for in them? If you don't find what you're looking for, we would encourage you to go to the forum and post a message in that language for the editor to create that translation for you. We also have a chat room. The chat room is useful for connecting with other people that either know your language or want to know your language. As Terralinguist is a very new site, we don't have a lot of traffic yet, but things should change rapidly. The other thing about the conversation lessons, before I forget, let this lesson play. My bad. I'm playing what we had found earlier. We need to actually go in and restart the simple greeting lesson again. At the end of a lesson, at the end of a conversation lesson, you'll hear those two cricket chirps, and then the lesson starts over. But the lesson doesn't say the same thing. It's not the exact same material. And that's why there's those two cricket chirps at the end, so that you know that's the end of that conversation. And now you're beginning the same type of conversation, but not necessarily the exact same one. One of the things that this teaches students is to actually learn to listen to the language as well. It's not the same thing over and over again. It does change every time, whether you choose conversation or vocabulary. It does change. If you have any questions, please feel free to send an email to anyone in any language that we support, and there will be more all the time, to any of those names listed here, or just the general support. And thank you for listening.